Hey guys, my name is Julie. I'm an intuitive psychic medium, and today I'm going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius. Please bear with me as this is my first video and I'm slightly nervous, fully nervous. So with no further ado, I suppose let's get to it, yeah? Okay, so I call in Archangel Michael, my spirit team, and my spirit family. My intention is to channel Sagittarius's overall energy, to show me what it is that they're actually dealing with and going through at this time. This is for Sagittarius for 2020, for November 2020. Where the coronavirus is still happening and stopping everybody from going out and living life the way it should be lived, I guess. But it also has a kind of it has a positive side to it too, I guess. A lot of people are kind of, you know, spending more time with family and doing things, putting their energy into things that they never thought they would, just like me today. So yeah. So first out anyways was the Eight of Wands. Second card was Page of Wands. Third card was the Emperor. The fourth was the Lovers. So we have the Knight of Pentacles as well. So let's see, Spirit, what's the overall energy for Sagittarius? What kind of situation is Saggies dealing with at this time? Show me clearly. Oh, card on the floor. Oh, we got some jumpers. Cards jumping out everywhere. Okay, so just let me pick this one up first. The Two of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, we got a sneaky little one. It's the Five of Pentacles, and I was under the Five of Wands. So, and we also have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So first out was the Eight of Wands. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like there's someone who's looking at what they want to kind of achieve from this life. So this is the Eight of Wands. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I should just, move it closely if you can see the Eight of Wands. There we go. So it's the Eight of Wands, and it basically tells me that there's some Saggies out there that's going through kind of where to put their focus and where to put their energy. So I feel like there's Sagittarius is out there that would obviously be kind of like very fiery towards where they want to put their intentions in what they want to do. So they might have a lot of options with this, but they kind of already know that they need to do what makes them happy, basically. So we have that card coming out, and it's kind of overall energy, which makes sense to me as I'm a Sagittarius too, because this is obviously what I want to do and this is what makes me happy. So that's true for me. Maybe it resonates with some of you guys out there, maybe it doesn't, so just take what resonates and obviously leave the rest. The Page of Wands came out next, so it's like I get this sort of energy where someone is kind of like standing and waiting, but it doesn't feel like they're waiting in an energy of like it feels to me like they're kind of they're waiting in their power, they're standing and they're waiting. But I get the kind of energy as well as if someone is more or less watching, so they're watching what's actually happening around them, and they're waiting for kind of more or less the right opportunity or the right person to kind of come in or to come towards them at this time. With the Emperor, we have somebody who sees, like, this is how I'm feeling with this Emperor card. It's like somebody who feels like their perspective is changing. So maybe they're more or less coming out of the negative way of like thinking or seeing things, or the way their kind of perspective used to be on certain situations. Like more or less now we have somebody who's sitting in their throne, but like I said, obviously they know where to put their energy, and they know like that they're kind of waiting for somebody to come in, or an opportunity to come in, so that they could move forward with this new way of seeing the world, a new way of seeing their life. And yeah, this also has another kind of meaning as well for me. Like, how I feel with this is basically that somebody is they're sitting waiting, they're waiting for somebody to come towards them. I feel like this is a relationship. It's a relationship that somebody is in. I heard discernment, so maybe when it comes to this particular relationship, some of you guys have to kind of use your intuition to discern the situation that you're in, just to kind of like reevaluate, I guess. Maybe you did do your kind of reevaluation on this particular relationship. Like, it has the Lovers card right next to it, so I'm just looking at the Emperor and the Lovers together. I don't know if you can see. There you go. So yeah, it's like this person, if it is resonating to a person, maybe it's a male or it's a female or whatever, it's not gender specific obviously, but just take the bits that resonate with yourselves out there. So to me it feels like the Emperor is a person who is looking towards you. If you're a female, you'd be like, yes. Or a male, whatever. So yeah, there's like potential love, or rekindling of a situation, like a relationship that maybe didn't kind of work out in the past, or maybe had kind of blockages, or maybe there was kind of more or less doubts coming into people's heads about their situation. Maybe they had to kind of like go, and what I'm feeling is basically they had to kind of like purge out the past, close cycles, for this relationship to kind of like rekindle or to spark, I guess. Yeah, so next to the Lovers we got the Knight of Pentacles. So it's kind of like maybe money is an issue, or maybe it has been an issue in the past. I do feel like there's potentially abundance coming in, which is obviously money, finance, tangible things you can touch maybe. I feel like you guys have been manifesting money maybe, or manifesting like tangible things, maybe a car or something like that, you know, or a house, move maybe. Yeah, I do feel like that's coming in, but it's coming in really, really slowly. So to the point where people would think or feel maybe that this isn't happening at all. Like this isn't coming in like really quick for me, or it's not happening for me, but it is. It's coming pretty quick, or pretty slow. Sorry, but it's definitely coming. It's coming. Like you gotta be in your kind of receptive mode. I guess for this kind of situation. yeah. The Two of Pentacles. So what I'm kind of feeling with the Two of Pentacles is basically like with certain people out there, maybe they're doing a lot of work on their heart chakras. Obviously, if if they're kind of purging through the past and things like that, they'd need to more or less release pain and hurt and all those kind of like really harsh emotions. But yeah, I feel like you're kind of, for the people who are going through this scenario, I feel like you're kind of like getting more grounded, and you're getting more on top of your emotions with this. I also feel like if there's people out there that have been in a relationship or is in a relationship, I feel like this person would be more or less thinking or feeling to come towards Sagittarius, and to maybe speak about certain things that may have occurred that I guess was like really emotional for you guys to understand. Maybe you got hurt from it, but I do feel like this person is coming through with an apology, and I feel like this is kind of going to be quicker than people actually imagine, because the Knight of Swords is right next to it. So if you can see, there's the Knight of Swords. But yeah, I feel like this person is coming in, and he's kind of coming in quicker than people would actually imagine. Maybe it has something to do with a money situation that was kind of blocked or stopped, or kind of holding this person back from coming towards certain Sagittariuses out there, if that resonates with certain people. So there we go. I feel like with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, right, that we have, I'll just show you. So we have, maybe you felt out in the cold, maybe emotionally you felt out in the cold, or it could have been this person choosing to focus on their money over their relationship or over their heart. So it was more or less what I feel like. It could have been like a head over heart decision that this person was after making, but now I feel like they're kind of regretting it. And I feel like they're also trying to kind of like forgive themselves for putting you in like a third party situation. They're fairly kind of conflicted about it, and I feel like this person with the we've got five, the blah blah stutters, with the Five of Wands next to it. So it's like you can see all the men in that photo is kind of like conflicted or whatever, but I feel like this is more mental. This is more up in their head, kind of mental conflict about putting you out in the cold. Now maybe these other individuals who put Sagittarius in the cold is now feeling like they're out in the cold, you know, like emotionally. Yeah, so we have the last card, which is the Queen of Swords. If you can see, it's the Queen of Swords. And it's kind of like, again, it's kind of coming back to where you're more or less sitting in your energy of, okay, if this person comes to me, which some people would actually have an intuitive knowing, because Sagittariuses are like intuitive people, and they're kind of, you know, more or less connected to their feelings. And with this particular person, I feel like there's a connection that's a lot deeper. So yeah, they get to feel certain things that these people may be thinking or maybe feeling at a certain point or a certain time, or maybe they just click and they understand each other on a lower, Why did I just say lower? Okay, maybe this person is at a lower frequency, and that's maybe the reason why they can't come true, because they have their own stuff to deal with. Maybe it's being able to get over the fact that they put you in the cold, or they put you out in the cold, or they made you feel like you were out in the cold. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, it's more or less thinking or feeling to yourself that, okay, if this person comes true, or if this person comes back or comes forward, that they, like, it's basically like, okay, you better come to me the right way, or like don't come to me at all, because she's sitting in her throne and she's like, I know my worth, I know where I kind of am, I know where I'm standing and or sitting and it's like, if you don't come towards me the right way that I know that I deserve, and it's not in a kind of a cocky way, it's more or less in a way that you kind of know your own worth now. So it's like, if this person doesn't come, if this person doesn't come to you the right way, then you're sitting in your energy and you're like, hey, look, I will cut you out, like I will cut you off, and just leave this go, no matter how deep I feel about this situation, or no matter how brilliant I think you are, or amazing, or how in love you feel with this person. So that's that situation. And like I said, even like if this whole reading doesn't resonate, or even if it does resonate, just take what kind of, you know, goes with you, with your story, because, you know, like, you're in your driver's seat of your life. So like, I'm just basically the telephone, I guess, to kind of like give out these energies, and to more or less bring some clarity to people's lives and situations, you know, if needs be. And hopefully I do hope that it kind of resonates with most people out there, most Sagittariuses out there. So yeah, so we'll just see what your advice is. And you know what, I'm getting an urge to look at the bottom of the deck. So I do, yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles again. Like, we had a Pentacles card here as well. We had the Two of Pentacles, and we had the Knight of Pentacles. So like, with these three cards, I do feel very strongly that this person may have been in money situations, and maybe that's what's stopping them from coming towards you, or maybe it's the whole coronavirus thing that's putting things to a stop. But I do feel strongly that it's about this whole money situation. There we go. So we have King of Pentacles, which is money slowed down. Two of Pentacles, which is like someone needing money, or being receptive to having, like, putting the beacon out there so that they can actually receive the money. Maybe they're manifesting it, yeah. So and then with the Page of Pentacles, maybe they're trying to, like, you know, find a solution to sort the money situation, so that they can come towards you, and so that they can actually, you know, start something new and be with you here with the Lovers card, you know. So like, that's how I'm kind of feeling with this whole situation. Okay, and yeah, as well, I just got pulled as well to, like, the fact that the Tower is here too. So it's like, maybe this person has been kind of kicking themselves because they couldn't come towards you because of the money situation that was holding them back, you know, with this Tower. Like, and maybe they've been dealing with karmic situations, is what I feel. Or maybe they've been dealing with, like, you know, what I'm hearing is reap what you sow. So maybe that has a different meaning for everybody out there, but like, reaping what you sow is basically, you know, what you put out there is what you're going to get back. Like, the universe always says yes, no matter what you put out there. So, like, you know, if you guys are manifesting something, just know that it's always going to get a yes, you know. So but yeah, back to this, it's like, this person's I keep hearing trauma. So like, maybe it's something to do with the way that they were brought up, or the way that they were made. Well, I don't really want to say made, but the way they chose, I guess, the way they chose to kind of maybe maybe, yeah, because like it's the way that they chose to live, so it's their way of life that's maybe like being kind of shook at the moment, so they could actually have a better life. They could create something new, or they could rethink different situations that they kind of approached before. Like I said, like with the whole perspective being changed, maybe it's just not on your part, maybe it's on the person that you're dealing with as well, you know. So sorry guys. I really want to speak from what I'm feeling about this situation. So maybe they want to come towards you and just tell you, look, this is what has been stopping me, and you know, like this thing happened and that thing happened, and I feel like they're kind of they kind of have a little bit of more or less anxiety or like tension, or like, you know, the anticipation is kind of more or less killing them at this point, because they really want to come towards this individual who I'm reading for, saggies obviously, and tell them certain things that like may have happened or is happening, or you know. So kind of what I would say would be kind of like get prepared and like take time for to like rest, sleep, maybe watch your diet, you know, things like little things like this would be beneficial for to prepare somebody for someone who's coming towards them. Like if you need to kind of like take time and reevaluate this whole situation again, like so be it, you know. So we'll see what Archangel Michael has to say and what's his guidance on this whole situation that some of the Sagittariuses are dealing with out there. I do feel strongly though that this person really wants to come in. This person really wants to talk. Maybe it's an apology for putting you in that situation, and it's probably like, even though a person would like, even though I'm picking up that a person would put another person in a third party situation, it doesn't always have to be a person. So I just want to put that out clearly. It doesn't always have to be a person. It could be a thing. Like it could be something that, I don't know, maybe smoking or drinking or something. Maybe they chose, or money. Maybe they chose that over you, instead of, you know, kind of like looking back and seeing things from a different perspective and understanding what really is worth, you know, the whole time that they're like maybe they feel like now that they kind of got more of an understanding, or maybe their perspective changed on how you guys were feeling. And maybe yeah, because what I'm hearing is that you need to sort your priorities out, and I feel like that means that this person would be more or less aware of it more so now than ever before, because, you know, certain things would be kind of coming in to like shift their perspective. Like, you know, certain people are just so stuck in their way of living, of their way of being brought up, that they sometimes, like, that's their coping mechanism, and that's their way of like, yeah, that's their coping mechanism. That's their coping mechanism. That's their way of life. And sometimes that can be changed if they're open to see things from a different perspective, like with this Emperor. And then unfortunately other times some people are so caught up in it that they don't really, you know, have the ability even to change their perspective, to kind of shift themselves out of the way they used to live, you know. So overall it could be just fear of change for the Sagittariuses who are dealing with this person. This person could feel that they're kind of like experiencing fear of changing or fear of losing people at this time. So we'll just see what the guidance is and what your divine help, I suppose, is from Archangel Michael at this time. So Archangel Michael, can you please give my Sagittariuses some guidance around this situation? What is it that they need to be doing at this point throughout this whole situation that's happening? Show me clearly, please, Archangel Michael. There we go. This one, thank you. Have we got more? We do. Yeah, that one landed on the floor again. Brilliant. Okay. We got a third one. Thank you, Archangel Mike. Okay, wait. We gotta go again. He said there's more. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up the one that fell. And we shall start. Okay, so first of all, I got a card that says this situation is already resolved. So maybe you guys, like, that's the card, if you can, if you can see the photo clearly, but that's it. So it says this situation is already resolved. So basically, it's what I'm feeling from it is that somebody was grabbing too tightly onto the connection. Somebody was maybe their what I'm feeling is that their codependency issues came up and was starting to kind of attach to this individual, and I feel like it was coming from maybe a place of lack, I kind of want to say. So it's like a place of lack. So before they kind of went inwards and before they kind of understood or shifted their perspective to see things from a different point of view, they probably thought that they were doing absolutely nothing wrong, which you weren't, but it was just what actually happened in this connection was somebody was holding really tightly onto maybe their past. It could be something as simple as that. Like, I feel like this is what was dragging somebody down. Maybe it was their issues, maybe it was yours, but I feel like that was what was after kind of more or less dragging this person down, scaring them off a little bit, to a point where I feel like you guys kind of had to separate if there is a Sagittarius out there that's dealing with this situation. So yeah, I feel like that's the kind of situation, and the guidance in that card is basically saying that the situation is already resolved because of the work that some people are putting in, healing their heart chakra, healing their past, closing out cycles, dealing with karmic partners, relationships, things like that, maybe even detoxing, clearing out things that was bringing them down or lowering down their kind of frequency, to a point where they felt depressed and down and out and just, sick and tired of it all. So we have spend time outdoors. We also have focus upon divine perfect health. Ask Archangel Michael to help you with the situation. So I feel like there's certain people out there who is kind of more or less struggling with maybe like letting things go. It could be basically letting like addictions go, or letting kind of like obsessive kind of energy, to leave that kind of go. And I feel like if you just ask for divine to help, if you just like even pray, do whatever it is that you do, meditate, like ask for the divine to come in, ask for Archangel Michael to come and help with this situation, and I feel like he'd be more than happy to do that, because I mean, like, all they kind of want to see really is for people to kind of like learn and grow, from like past mistakes and hurt and things like that. But I feel like with this, I feel like there has been kind of epiphanies, I kind of want to say, or like ideas that have been kind of stirred up in the mind, where some people are kind of only now taking action on, or maybe they're just thinking about taking action on it. Like there's a planning. I kind of keep hearing planning. So maybe it's like manifesting a situation that would kind of like plan for the future, you know, this kind of thing. But like definitely working on releasing things that is not going to serve your health, is not going to help you to be healthy, basically, you know. And I think I said that earlier as well, with the whole kind of like looking at your diet and stuff like that too. Like that's all kind of part of it, really, realistically, you know. So for the people who do want to take action and the people that it does kind of resonate with, and there's your go ahead to kind of like, you know, clean up the diet and clean up the room and detox and throw things out and ask for divine help to come in. It says here on this one, it says spend more time outdoors. Yeah. So what I feel with this is basically that you kind of more or less need to get more grounded, just to kind of, you know, tame the mental activity, to kind of like tame and calm down the overthinking. Because like I'm a Saggy and I know that certain people do kind of overthink, like Sagittariuses do. There's other people out there, like other signs that kind of have a habit of overthinking and things like that. So like even to be more mindful about that would be to more or less kind of like get yourself more grounded. You don't necessarily have to be out in nature all the time, but yes, it does help to be out in nature, to be walking and all this, you know. So even in a meditation you could ground. I mean, like, it's just feeling into your feet, being in the present moment, you know, and understanding and being aware of what feelings are coming up and what kind of like mental process, what mental state you're in. And even if you need to process certain things, because I know it kind of slipped out of my mouth, process, so maybe there's certain things that you need to kind of process within your life, or within this kind of energy or situation, where it's like you need to kind of take time to ground so that you can process all this kind of thing, and so that you can, you know, be more aware of, you know, like how you're expanding, how you're growing from all of this, what the lessons is in it. And like, it's just, okay, grounding has a beneficial, grounding is good, so ground. basically. So yeah, yeah, I just want to see if there's any more kind of coming through. Is there any more that I need to say or give out, or any other messages for Saggy? Okay, I'm getting pulled to my my oracle cards, but I don't know which ones to use. Show me. Okay, I feel like these ones here and these ones here. Okay, so can you get some guidance, please, for Sagittarius for 2020 November, for this situation that some of my Sagittariuses could be in? Clear messages, please, Spirit, for my Sagittariuses. Clear guidance and messages, please, and thank you. I feel like these are coming from, thank you, these are coming from guardian angels for some strange reason. Maybe it's just the particular deck that I'm using that it's kind of resonating with. Jesus, these are hopping out. Okay. There we go again. Yeah. Like, this one is after popping out and it says, let your past go. So, like, I mean, I kind of, like, I can't make any of this stuff up. Like, I mean, everything that I kind of said was basically referring to closing out cycles. like letting your past go, you know, standing in your power, grounding, being aware of all your mental process of like the situations that you're coming into it. Like, you know, discernment is the word I kind of got at the start. So it says here, let your past go. The burden of carrying your past around has made you wary. So yeah, like it has made certain kind of people wary, you know, and like, I mean, that's going to bring in things like not being able to trust. And it also says here, dear one, it's time to set the burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love, and leave everything else behind. It says you don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. So that basically says it in itself, you know, with the whole surrendering and the releasing and the calling in rather the divine to come and help you, or even, you know, your own angels, guides. Archangel Michael is the best, obviously, and we love the other angels too. But I do like Archangel Michael, as most people do. Okay, stop bashing the other angels, Julie. Jesus. Right. So we have joy that came out. We have wedding next to it, and we have go for it. I'll just show you these ones. So we have joy, wedding, and we have go for it. So basically what I'm feeling with this is that, like, you need to, like, you guys need to just kind of like surrender, like, do you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing to be happy or to live from a space of love. Like, you know, people are not going to take advantage just because maybe just because certain people did in the past. Like, that's not something that you're meant to kind of bring through this whole experience with you. Like, you know, it's kind of good to let your past go, to release that shit, to let go, to feel joy, to feel the way you want to feel, you know. It says here, and I feel like as well it's pretty much tied to like emotions and things like that, you know. So it says here, joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating even the gifts within each moment. So again, getting mindful, getting grounded, you know, being aware will actually help with bringing in this feeling as well. It says joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So basically it's saying and validating everything that I had just said. So let your past go, like be grounded, be mindful, like be aware of how you're feeling, you know, like you have the power to kind of do that. If everything else is spiraling out of control, even in your outer world, like you can still kind of like create and feel that kind of joy, even about small things, you know, even about like being grateful to, I don't know, wake up in the morning, or being grateful that you have all your fingers, or being grateful, do you know what I'm saying? So like there's always a lot of things out there that you can, you know, be grateful for, even if things are looking kind of a bit down or whatever. It says here wedding. And what I'm feeling is that there's okay, yeah, sorry about that, I had to stop for a sec. Yeah, so we'll just read it out first anyway. So it says wedding, it says marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest ones. So maybe some of you guys out there are like manifesting a come together or a renewal or even a marriage with your significant other, or you know, the person that you're dealing with at this time. Maybe there's something to do with that, and I do feel that strongly. It could be a surprise. It could be somebody asking you to marry them. It could be basically someone, like I said, like with this Lover's card here, it's like basically somebody maybe wanting to have this with you in the future, or like can see this now in their mind, you know, like manifesting this kind of situation or scenario, which I feel like there's a lot of happiness around, obviously. So we have the last card anyways, and it is go for it. So with this card, the go for it card, is I'm feeling like, again, this ties into the first card that we pulled out here was the Eight of Wands, yeah? So that was kind of like all talk about putting your energy where it makes you feel happy, putting your time into where it makes you feel happy, putting something into, like putting your time and energy into something that will grow and that you know that will grow. And it says it, and like what I'm kind of hearing is, what I'm receiving is the fact that you shouldn't be kind of like worried about setbacks or disappointments, you know. With this, it feels strong and it feels like stable. So I feel like it could be something maybe in a creative thing. It could be something maybe in like nails or hair or something like that, you know. But this card is just telling you to go for it. So it's like a validation for people out there who's kind of doubting themselves, or the saggies who doubt themselves, because we all doubt ourselves. But yeah, it's like you have the freedom and the strength and, you know, everything that you think that you don't have, to kind of like push you forward with this, if this is what you want to do. It says your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on the situation since its Genesis. I don't understand that word or can even pronounce it, but anyway, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. So again, it's saying, you know, like it's validation. It's saying, they're saying, spirit is saying basically that like you're on the right path, you're doing the right things that you need to be doing. Sometimes it mightn't feel so good to be doing the things that you need to be doing, to be on a particular path that you're supposed to be on, but just kind of like, I know it's easier said than done to have more faith in spirit and the universe and how everything actually works. But it's just saying kind of go for it, you know, like if you have an idea or something, just let it spin, just go for it and see where it goes, you know, because you never know, something like it could really blow up, and like you could, I don't know, maybe it's singing. Like I know I love to sing, but like certain Sagittariuses out there probably have like this massive amazing dream about being a singer or a dancer or something, and maybe they want to go for it, but it's just the doubt and it's the negativity and it's all this kind of thing that would hold us back and hold us down and hold ourselves back as well. So like maybe from this you'd have some sort of clarity and understanding where your life path is going and what it is that you want to do from now on. And yeah, that was your reading. So thank you very much for bearing with me, because like I said, I was extremely nervous, but now I don't feel so bad. So yeah, and like, comment, subscribe, help me to grow my channel, and hopefully then with that I'll be able to put up more videos and to do different signs and, you know, to see what kind of comes and resonates with people. So thank you very much and have a great day.